Hello.
So as I was
Welcome back.
saying, I'm not.
Please do not reiterate that phrase. We are now live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Roundtable, episode 11, and a Valentine's Day special, which has already gone off the rails. You can see, of course, me and Ryan is wearing a tie. I was wearing a tie. It decided to choke me, so I decided I'm not going to wear a tie. He's killed himself already. Nice. Now,
I'm good.
announcements for the night. But I just took the wrong piece of paper from my folder. That is not announcements, that's session notes. Oh, guys, it's falling apart already. Announcements for the night. Now, first of all, as you notice, if you have a gift to sub to be number one thing in chat, we are affiliates. That is our first session as affiliate Twitch people, or whatever the turn of phrase is, which is nice. So, if you don't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you can head over to gaming.amazon.com/prime. Link your Amazon to your Twitch, and then you can give a subscription of, how long it is. I think it's just a standard month subscription to a streamer of your choosing, whoever you'd like. Just if you didn't know that, wink wink, nudge nudge, you know. And as well as this, you gain follow points for being in chat. I know we've been brainstorming a few ways on how we can use these follow points, maybe redeeming some damage dice, inspiration, that kind of stuff, so we'll have to see what we can work towards there. I'm tilting towards like a big follow point goal everyone can put towards, and that will be something extra fancy when you redeem it. As well as this, Elijah and Ryan, are you in a place to make any kind of announcement about Ark, kind of in the foreseeable future, or is that still a way off?
I wouldn't say it's way off. We have our cast of players.
Yeah, we have fully gotten our cast of players. We're all currently working on the characters and the world of Ark, actually. We're physically making the world map currently for Ark. And I'm really excited about it because it looks super high fantasy and
Nice.
kind of crazy for a world that's going to be a really diverse, interesting world map.
Nice. And speaking of cast of players, certain someone here is also in the cast. Yes, me.
You are.
Your favorite dungeon master? No, not Matthew Mercer or Matthew
Oh.
Colville or like 6 others. Okay, so maybe like your 11th or 12th favorite dungeon master is going to be in the out game. You'll get to see me playing as a bard, which I love, and is a bit different to my persona. Well, probably not much different to the intro persona, but different to the in-game
It is a
persona.
bit of a twist on the bard. It's going to be exciting to
It's
see.
going to be
Everybody's
different.
characters sound so fun, and they all sound so diverse, and I can't wait to actually be playing Ark and DMing for it, because I have a good feeling about it.
Oh, it'll be interesting.
Speaking again of players, I'm one of those.
You are.
I am the alternating dungeon master with Eggy as we continue to tell chronological tales in the same world. Me and Eggy trade off every single campaign DMing, and we build off of the world that the previous DM left behind. I will be playing a monk, so
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
punchy
Very
boy.
interesting. And besides that, for the night, does anyone else have any other announcements just before I move on? Are we good? I just saw Logan subscribe to Prime. Thank you. Does anyone else have any announcements?
I'm gonna see if I have a prime sub, but no, that's it.
It is going to be -50 in Minnesota today, so everybody go start your cars.
And sit in the car and watch our stream.
I feel that's a fairly geographical announcement to one small place, so unfortunately I may not be useful for everyone watching. If you're watching in India, probably don't go out and start your cars. No need to. No risk of snow there, I assume.
No,
I'm
you
not
can
an-
still go start it if you want to. Don't listen to Lance.
Everyone in India goes out and starts a car. Anyway,
You never
apart
listen
from
to
that,
an Englishman.
I love you, Lance. I'm just messing with you.
everyone listens to an English one. If you've learned anything from history, always listen to the English. Nothing has ever gone wrong from that, okay? Okay? But apart from that, rest assured about interesting things happening behind the scenes, which we'll be excited to bring to you in the coming weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for whatever happens there. But apart from that, I believe that brings us ready to jump into tonight's, fortunately slightly shortened episode of a Roundtable. Let's jump in.
I forgot how to D
Just,
D&D.
Okay.
Okay.
Just the most disappointed. Okay. He's had enough of me for the day. I'm just gonna go, guys. It was a good run. See you tomorrow.
It's a good run. Leocas is dead. Bye. All right. No.
So, last session, the party delved deep into an old, crumbling mausoleum in hopes of stopping the Oblivion Choir before they could acquire a powerful artifact that wields the power to conquer undeath. On the way, you found an old ally, the powerful yet mildly eccentric, that might be putting it lightly, Soher Zekros, the Spice Mage, stripped of his magical prowess by means of some kind of phylactery wielded by the powerful and cruel Tortle Shaman, who locked you all in a momentary time stasis within the tombs. You fought off what undead were summoned, and you returned back to the estate of Arvaspel. At the estate, Arvas told you his informant rights from a tavern in Coalfort known as the Piss and Whistle. And there, with a lead, you began to formulate some kind of plans to track down this informant known as Nalzin. The night passed, and celebrations have dwindled out. Of course, Maverick having a nice conversation with joyous Lugos upstairs, suffering the effects of his first intermediary transmutation. There we go. It's getting late here. Transformation. Recoiled slightly and evaluated where to go from here. The night has passed, the celebrations dwindled out, various patrons returning home to their no doubt richly decorated estates as Arvaspel. You all awake in the familiar stately bedchambers. The room is polished to a perfect shine, the walls covered in paintings and fine art, and the four-poster beds so plush and soft, a single night in them makes up for 40 on the road. It is early morning. You hear a familiar sound of cleaning and dusting downstairs as light slowly shines through the partly drawn curtains in your rooms. What would you all like to do?
Oh man. So this is the night after, yeah? Or the day after?
The morning after.
Has the Spice Mage left my room?
You glance up. You see he seems to have been searching the drawers. There's various items ransacked out of place, shelves thrown open, and just piles of stuff on the floor where it looks like he's scrounging for components. You see the window has been slightly opened, and to the side of it, it looks like he was trying to tie bed sheets together in a long rope. But for the most part, you see he is just asleep, unconscious against the wall. He's fully splayed out, his head tilted to one side. He appears to have found the closet of Arvaspel and the enlarging and shrinking dust. He now wears a great adorned feather hat, various layers of it, colourful clothing, and you see a small bottle of rum in his hand, out to one side as he lays against the wall, completely inebriated.
What is this guy's problem? I instantly regret putting him in my room. I should have put him in anybody else's room. Can I tell what he was looking for?
Roll investigation. No, roll insight, actually. Insight's more.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Man, it's an 8.
It's the morning. You've had a hard night. You haven't had much food. You wake up. You're just not in a position to be making such deductions.
Oh man, I'm gonna clean the room up. I'm gonna start cleaning the fucking room up.
Okay, so you go about, you start cleaning everything up, and is that how you're gonna spend the first part of your morning? It's quite a mess. It'll take about half an hour.
Yeah, that's how I'll spend the first part of my morning. I'm just like putting shit, like really like tired already of this, and just like putting stuff away. I'm like, oh fuck.
As Lugos is cleaning the mess of his newly found house guest, Maverick and Joy, and Leocas, of course. What are you all doing?
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm probably sleeping. Somewhere.
It's probably somewhere. I don't really know. Because I don't know how that night would have turned out, honestly, with just drinking expensive champagne all night into the wee hours of the morning. So Maverick's probably crashed out somewhere. Probably like armor strewn throughout the room, probably in places where it shouldn't be. Passed out in just trousers somewhere.
Okay.
Joy is still cuddled up in her blankets in the bed.
Would you say both of you remain asleep for the early hours of the morning without any input of waking up? Because I assume you're both quite inebriated.
Yes.
We would probably have to be woken up.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Leokas, what about you?
I have no idea what happened last session because I wasn't here so long.
Oh, they all returned just to the estate. Did some mildly heavy drinking.
Go with the flow and go downstairs and just kind of, morning drink.
Okay. They're gonna head downstairs and tend to your immediate needs.
Yeah, he is immediately gonna get a bottle of like hard liquor.
Okay. You look. There appears to be a nice brandy of some sort, aged in a fine bottle, put by the side, and you just swipe it as you head downstairs.
Can I do a quick perception check?
To
I
look
want
for
to
what?
see if the guy who said my real name is still around anywhere.
Yeah, sure. Roll perception.
Got a 3.
Okay, so 5 in total. You look around. By the looks of it, every single party guest is gone. It is just Arvus and Gregoris left in the downstairs, slowly cleaning up the remnants of the party.
Alright, then Leokos is just gonna put the bottle back down. He's gonna get some food instead.
Okay. As he's doing this, Lugos, you move about the room, cleaning up, putting things away into pouches, back into their shelves, and as you're going, you see the unconscious man holding the slight bottle of rum in his hand. You see the fingers twitch as you walk past him, I assume making some sort of noise under your breath as you angrily put everything away. And he goes, "No." Oh.
Can I take the rum? Does he wake up from it?
He would wake up if you took the rum, yes.
All right. How, like, when he wakes up, how inebriated does he appear to be?
Well, are you taking the rum, I ask?
What's up?
Are you taking the rum?
Yes, I'm like
Okay.
snatching the rum from him
Okay, so
a little angrily.
as you snatch the rum bottle from the slave man, his hand instinctively tries to close around it as he feels it leaves his grip, and his eyes dart open as he sits up from the wall. He's like, "Ugh! You took my rum!"
I want to throw it in his face.
Or like uncork it.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
splash in his face.
You throw it all over him. The rum just runs down his face, and you see he sits there for a second, evaluating what's happening, and you see his tongue slowly come out and wipe his lips for rum around it. It's like, still good.
I want to grab him by the arm a little more. Look, mate, what the fuck is your problem, alright? I bring you here out of the kindness of my heart because I didn't want you to fucking die, and you start ransacking the place and fucking drinking yourself silly. Look, you're fucking covered in piss.
Oh, I'm not sure when that happened. Huh. Thank you for your hospitality. And you see as he slowly makes his way across the room. And as he goes, he tries to kind of snatch the rum bottle from you and get what is left of it.
I don't want to give it to him. I'll drink the rest of the rum myself just to show him. Look, alright? You're able to stay here for the one night. You gotta get going now, okay? You can't get too comfortable here. About to be on your way. Go on.
Turns. Why, yes, I was never intending to stay in the first place. I bet you.
Alright, I can see that. Were you planning to make, like, a high fantasy little fairy tale escape with bed sheets out the window?
A thin smile comes across his face, and a wink as he walks out of the door, and it closes behind him.
Where are you going?
The door shuts, leaving you in this ransacked room. An
I'm
empty
gonna
bottle of
follow
rum in
him.
your hand.
Just to make sure that he doesn't do anything wild.
Okay. You begin to follow
That
him
he
downstairs.
actually leaves the estate, yeah.
Maverick and Joy. As Lugos is following Soasakris downstairs, you are awoken to a loud whistling noise as a man, as the distinctive erratic rhythm of full footsteps goes past both your doors. As Soasakris wakes his way downstairs, loudly whistling and singing what sounds like sea shanties under his breath. So he makes his way downstairs and you hear the fast footsteps of Lugos behind him, waking you quickly and jarringly from your heavy slumbers.
Damn it. I'm gonna sit on the edge of the bed for a minute. Where's all my stuff? Where? I'm just gonna be looking around and like I'm gonna get my bearings. I look up, I look around. Sure. Fuck. Get up. Am I even modestly clothed? I don't know. But if I don't have pants, I will put pants on. And I will walk outside and find out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, so the door opens just as you see the familiar morning figure of Lugos darting past to head downstairs after Spice Mage.
Joy will throw back the covers, realize she went to bed completely dressed. All her armor, everything is still on.
This is the kind of pass out just...
Yeah, she was dead. She'll kind of roll out of bed, put her hair up into, that nice messy bun, head to the mirror, make sure her face looks relatively okay, and then head out the door. She's not happy.
Okay. With this morning start, you all find yourself congregating in the downstairs dining room. You see Leocas has already sat himself down and got some food, and the rest of you essentially all arrive in this human train as you see Soasakris kind of dancing and skipping along the floor, heading into the dining room. Lugos follows after him, looking slightly angry, followed by Maverick, and then a few seconds later, Joy. As you all arrive in the dining room.
Lugos is walking a little bit more fast than usual with his, fist balled up.
Yeah. So as you arrive in this dining room, it's the same one from a previous night, a grand stately room. You see, there's still remnants of a party from the night before, some bottles on the floor, some bunting above. You see Arvis sat at the head of the table, cooking into a nice meat breakfast. You glance about for signs of Gregoris. You see him darting in and out of doors, carrying stuff hurriedly, place to place. Looks like everything's getting cleaned up slowly.
Does everybody see the fucking Spice Mage? All the staff?
Oh yeah, he makes quite an entrance. He walks in. He just walks in. He does
what is the reaction
to
the stranger being in their home?
Yeah, as he walks in, Arvis kind of raises his head and he goes, Christ, I know you. You're Soasakris. He goes, well, yes I am. Oh, Soas, please, have a seat. Can I ask, how do you find a way into my house? I don't quite know. He says he takes a seat by the end of the table.
They don't seem angry or anything, do they?
No, but I seem kind of happy to have such an esteemed guest in my house after a night of esteemed guests already.
I see. I could probably tell. I'll tell him. We found him out by that little artifact ruins that we went to. He was a prisoner of the Oblivion Choir. Brought him back here because he was very gravely injured.
Oh yes, that does ring a bell. He just stares at you.
And is way too early for this.
I need coffee. Where's the coffee?
Coffee doesn't
I'm the
do
only one without clothes. Fuck. I'll be back. I just like turn around and I realize that I'm the only one just not wearing clothes. I just have pants. I'm just like, fuck. And I turn around and go back and get dressed.
There's a very distinctive sound of bare feet on a wood floor. You all hear
Yeah.
that just
slap,
Right,
slap,
exits the room.
slap.
the door behind
Like,
him.
I
Shuts.
imagine Maverick in like nothing but tidy whities and socks.
No, he wears like those really, really long shorts that almost go to the knees, like almost cargos, like
Yeah,
what
I
are those
gotcha.
called? Like capri, not fucking capri pants, like right after the knee or whatever.
Yeah, capris are
But
what they are.
they're like sweatpants, so it's just like that's it.
Nah, I got you.
Yeah, those kind of shorts.
As Maverick leaves the room to make himself more decent, a door on the opposite end of the room barges open. I see the familiar, tall, and somewhat eccentric figure of Gregoris walk in. You see, he is carrying a tray in the true waiter fashion. On it, you see multiple plates of breakfast as he comes, puts it on a plate in front of you, and he says, enjoy. He does a bow. And he turns and he's like, so, would you like anything else? And he's like, no, Gregoris, I'm fine, thank you. Of course. It exits the room. And you look, he appears to have brought you a nice meal of some bread, some meats. Relatively rich.
Any coffee?
You look, are you asking him as he exits the room?
Oh yeah.
He goes, oh, yes, we have plenty of coffee. I'll be just there in a moment. As he exits the room, you reckon he's going to get some coffee. So,
I could use some coffee as well. Quite a night last night, eh?
Oh yes. I should still be sleeping.
I still gotta have a word with Maverick.
Out?
Nothing important. Just no worries. I forgot I said anything. Maybe he'll tell you later.
Here we go with those fucking secrets again.
Oh,
God
it's not that bad, alright? It's just something I'd rather not talk about in front of guests right now.
just as you say that, your ears are kind of rung with a very familiar sound of a knife or a spoon on a wine glass. And you see Arvis put his glass down and is like, if you're so done with whatever that was about, please maybe get back to business.
Boy,
Could we try not to do the high-pitched noises this early in the morning, please?
Of course. My apologies.
I'll
Now,
probably just be carrying my stuff. I probably won't bother putting on armor. I'd just be carrying it, like just breastplate over my shoulder or whatever, and just the armor over the knees and then the ankles and the shin guards. Like no weapons or anything. Just that's it. At least it's decent.
now, as I'm sure you're all aware, as Maverick told me last night, you didn't quite succeed in retrieving whatever artifact it was from a tomb, and it seems it fell into the hands of the Oblivion Choir. And, I'm really in no position to make demands. I'm a feckless comedian. But, I do have a lead that could help you if you are interested in, you know, stopping a weird culty group from having an artifact that can bring people back from the dead. Interesting circumstances we find ourselves in. Look, you all seem very tired. I have something that could pick your spirits up. Certainly Joy's spirits up by the looks of what she likes. You hear him say, Gregoris, rings please. So yes, you hear kind of muffling in a separate room. You hear shelves getting knocked, and you hear, just a minute. And then all of a sudden the door opens once again, and you see Gregoris come in once again with a kind of a weighted platter, but on it you see 5 ring kind of jewelry boxes. Each one is a separate color. He puts it on the table in front of you. Each one on the top of the jewelry box is embroidered with an initial. And as it's laid down, it says, "Please take the appropriate one." And you see the initials seem to match your names, as in M, L, L-E for Leocas.
I'm gonna take Leocas's. No, sorry. I'll take mine. Yeah, I'll pick it up. What's all this about then?
I was literally gonna say, what's all this about? In unison. As I take
Yeah, we both say it in unison.
You both say it in unison, followed quickly by Soa Zekris leaning back from the side of the table, kind of leaning around you, saying, "Is one for me?" No, my apologies, Soas. There's not one for you. He's like, absolutely typical. Have we got any rum? Is it? Yes, we do have rum. It's just down the corridor. Much appreciated. He says he gets up and heads down the corridor on a quest for the rum.
I'm gonna tell you that was a terrible idea to tell him where it was.
Well, I'm sure he'll be fine. There's nothing he can do at one surprise. Oh no, that was... Oh no. He kind of evaluates Sarah and he's like, anyway. That is... We can deal with that later, we can always clean up. You asking which the jewelry? Oh. I feel you should all take the box and then open it up. CSC kind of expectantly looks at all of you, glancing his eyes across, rubbing his hands together.
I'll take the box, I'll open it up.
Okay. Lugos, you open yours up. You see a beautiful ring. It seems to be an alloy of gold and green for you. It's an almost watercolor mixture as the alloys and metals slowly kind of form into each other, and it has engravings on it. It appears to be Elvish, wrap around it.
I can't even speak Elvish.
Joy's kind of peeking over, looking at it before she opens hers.
Am I able to recognize this as Elvish?
Yeah, it's a pretty distinguishable typeset.
Okay. What's the say on it? I can't read the language. I'm not familiar with Elvish, I believe.
Oh, I believe yours says... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it says your name.
Is there any way I'm able to tell if it does say my name?
No.
Okay. Alright, well. Alright, thanks, I guess. Sure. And I just, like, pocket it awkwardly and, like, give him, like, a... Yep.
I speak Elvish. Is there any way that I can verify that?
I'd say yeah. You
Okay.
you can give a passing glance over and see kind of what it says.
Well, he's right. I crack open my box.
Yours, you look, it appears to be an alloy of gold and silver, much in the same style, kind of patterns bleeding into each other. Again, with an engraving on it, but yours this time saying your name.
I'll open mine as well.
Yours seems slightly on the nose because yours is a mixture of red and gold, which I think might be just more based on a skin color than anything, which is a bit garish, but you know, whole tiefling demon thing, red. And again, it has the engraving on it.
I'm gonna look at Maverick and ask him to read the engraving quietly. Which name's on it?
Yeah, sure. I go and just read it myself.
Yeah.
What name is written on it?
Joy.
Got you. Well, it's Joy's ring. All right.
So she'll just
Actually-
nod. Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. I'll put mine on.
Okay.
I guess I'll open mine.
Okay, you put yours on. Lekas, yours is black and gold. It's quite dark and mysterious.
Oh.
And it's actually kind of more black than gold. It's mainly black with some gold flecks in it.
Ooh, that's actually kind of cool.
What do these rings dignify anything?
No, we're just... I thought it'd be nice if you had some kind of a group unity, you know? It's always good to
Why
have
is
some
mine darker
team
than
spirit.
everybody else's?
It isn't the comment on you being a dark elf, if that's what you're asking.
No.
I promise I'm not like that, just so we can clear that up. I was just going more on your fashion sense. I've seen you wearing plenty of dark armor, levers. I've seen Mr. Lugos here in plenty of greens, talking about the forest, and of course, Mr. Maverick. I've overheard some things and seen your eyes go a bit weird.
Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna take it. It says my name on it.
It does, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll put it on.
Okay.
Well, look at that, Leokas, you're a regular noble now.
How much does this ring sell for?
Well, it's good. It's wonderful to see my charity isn't lost on people, isn't it? About 250 gold pieces.
How about
Okay.
mine?
These are gorgeous. Thank you.
250 gold pieces each.
I'll treasure it, thank you.
You are much obliged.
I appreciate the gesture, but I'm not really sure why. Thanks, I guess, but did you have these professionally made for us? Are these like signet rings or something? Are we
Yes,
like nobles now?
I have a few contacts in immediate towns who did some smelting and engraving for me.
Well, cheers, I guess.
But they aren't cursed, I promise.
Why, are they magical? If they aren't cursed, are they magical? Or are they just
Unfortunately
really
not.
nice?
That was tad
Noted.
expensive, unfortunately.
Noted. I just didn't want any surprises, you know?
Well, you can make us rings, but you can't make us magic rings. I'm just kidding. Alright, thanks. I'll wear it right now. How does it look? And I like put it on my ring and I like flash it.
It appears to have, as you do actually equip a ring, it appears to have some magical essence to it as it magically attunes to your finger and fits perfectly.
Oh shit, it's magical. They are magical.
Well, shrinking metals probably to fit.
What do these do?
Well, most circles would say it had some extra style to your outfit. Some people say it's always good to show your bonds to people. Others just like rings. I don't really know how to explain the function of a ring to you, my good sir. I'm sorry.
I just felt it shrink to my finger.
Oh
There's
yes,
some sort of magical essence about it, right?
it's a simple enchantment. Isn't much special. It simply fits to a wearer. Fortunately, that is the extent
Insight
of
check 'em.
Yeah.
God, Lugos is already so paranoid.
Just
So,
Accept the gift. They're gorgeous rings. She's
No.
gonna put hers on as well.
I got a 14.
He seems to be honest, and you get the feeling that you're kind of you're maybe unjustly apprehensive. He just seems to be a generous person from what you've seen.
Okay.
yeah, Aggie. Inciting everybody.
It's like
You know,
he's been nice. Insight.
You know what? It's gonna be the one time that Lugos doesn't incite someone that's gonna screw us over.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll never not incite somebody.
Anyway,
Like, yep, there's only one room available at the tavern, insight.
Yeah, I'll kind of flash my ring around and kind of just appreciate it. So about this contact of yours,
yes. Yes.
Coalfort, you mentioned him last night.
Yes, I think I may have done. I'll be honest, I can't quite remember the details. Do you remember what I told you? I think I told you his name, where he's writing from.
I don't think you dropped us a name yet. Just that you had a contact in Coalfort when I told you that there was records in that tomb that was near the mountains, and you said that there was an outpost near there called Coalfort.
Well, unfortunately, Oblivion Choir is quite secretive. Getting any more information on them can be a challenge at best, and of course, I have my means for getting information on people, as you've seen. My contact writes from a place known as for Piss and Whistle Inn.
That's the
I've never been. Never been at all, but I assume if you ask for someone called Nalzin, I should be able to direct you to him. That's the name he writes by. It could be the pseudonym, it could be anything, really.
No.
He said he can get information on people, or he knows.
He said he has his kind of pathways to getting information.
What was that one guy's name? I don't think I wrote it down. The man who confronted me.
Oh, you did not get a name for that one.
Yeah, he never gave you a name.
No.
Yeah, you kind of panicked and went into
I asked
defensive mode.
the brother, and he told me he was just like a lord or something.
Oh, you might have done, yeah. Wait. I'll go over benefit of a doubt and say you did ask the name, and then you will have received the name. Sorry. Steetlst Seavine.
I want to ask if he knows anything about Cetal Seavine.
Oh, yes, Steetlst. I assume you spoke to him at a party last night?
No, I've heard about him though.
Oh, well, quite a few people have heard about him. I wouldn't call him a big deal, but he definitely has his fingers in many pies.
What am I asking? What's he do?
Well, he really has the monopoly on much of the mines in Coalfort. He's a very rich man, richer than me.
Is he still around at all, or did he leave?
He went last night. I assume he'll
Okay.
be back in one of his many mansions around the Coalfort area by now.
Okay, that's all I was wondering.
Look, I hate to sound brusque, but this whole undead artifact thing is really... I feel if anyone should have an undead artifact, it should be, the feckless comedian. And I hate to rush you or force you out of my home, but I've just got a very terrible feeling about this, And I think I will have to clean up after Sohes in a minute, depending on what he does. And just at this moment, you hear a crash from another room, and you see he kind of winces.
Is that the Spice Mage?
Yeah, that was a spice mage.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh, that was certainly the fucking Spice Mage.
I'll fetch a hungover Kishore and put his ring in his bag for him. Well, we'll fill him in the details when he decides to wake up, and all right. Yeah, we have to track down those people, especially that turtle. Was that what do you call him? A turtle person?
No,
We call him Franklin's.
Oh, there was a turtle.
You mean that wild little stocky fecker that we found in the ruins?
Yeah, the one with the strange staff. Stop time for a moment.
What do you call it? You call it a turtle?
Sure, I think that's close enough.
What,
think you
what
mean
the fuck is
a
a turtle?
What the fuck is a turtle? What is it? Are they amphibians or reptiles?
They're reptiles.
No, reptiles are cold-blooded, amphibians are warm-blooded. Yeah, there are a lot of these reptiles on four legs with a shell, usually wade in the water.
They look like any reptile I've ever seen.
You say
But
you
they're a
encountered
reptile-like
a
person, a turtle.
you encountered a
It's
turtle.
Correct.
Can you give me any physical characteristics or? description?
Very haunch, broad, elder, probably.
You seem
really
Looking
wide.
robes.
Christ. Well, the wonderful thing about the total community is relatively close knit. I'll see if I can get any information on him for you.
That'd be great. So how would you even be able to contact us when we're out and about? Letter, maybe? Because we're going to be heading to Coalfort, it seems.
I
Any
don't
a magical way?
Have we showed him the sword yet? Or like the
No. No. Actually, no. Joyce showed a part of the something of hers, but not anything that what I have. I think.
I showed mine just very briefly.
Just the handle of the sword.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he recognized it.
No, we didn't just talk about it at all.
No, just like, we only found these broken pieces of weapon or whatever, and we didn't even show to discuss it, so we just glossed over it. But,
If I am to write you a letter, I'll send it to the Coalfort post office. You can pick it up from there.
You don't got any magical items that could send messages to us directly?
I have ways I could acquire one, but for 1 or 2 uses that might not even happen, I don't think could be worth the cost.
Oh, okay.
very well. Oh, what about Joy's familiar? Intelligent enough to send messages back and forth.
Yeah, she can do that.
All right. I'll get my armor donned. Be back in 10.
Okay, so you're heading off to don your armor? What are the rest of you doing at
Yeah,
this
and
point?
fetch Kashaw.
Your
passed
breakfast
out
at this
Kashaw.
point is about done with, and you all have a full belly. As the sun is continuing to rise and shine its light through the windows.
Lucas will take a seat and grab some food and start eating.
Okay.
They're shoveling it down. He does like the power eating thing.
I'm not yet. Lucas does not even take time with eating. He's just like, just like.
Yeah, just like dinner. Yep. Just
Slow down, Lugos.
I
Take
did a
it.
grapefruit technique on the food. And I get bread and like, it's bread and what else?
Various meats and gravy and some egg as well.
Oh, I'm like grabbing whole things of bread. I'm just like scooping up handfuls of gravy on the bread, and I'm like,
Lugos. No. Aggie, where's your table manners?
you gotta be careful with that, man.
It's got an orange tip.
It does.
yeah,
I got that's the airsoft one. I have my real ones in the lockbox over there behind the closet in case someone comes in my house.
Show me the real one
America.
after stream.
No, I can't. I can't show it on Twitch. Sorry.
That's
Later.
an after stream.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Anyway. With the morning, does anyone plan on doing anything interesting with the morning, or should we just say you all eat breakfast, you get dressed, you do your hair, brush your teeth,
I want to read
fangs,
the book.
some people
Now
cases.
that I have a little bit of downtime for once, I want to like
The book.
the book by Asmodeus Jenkins, The Blood
That's
Forest.
Blood Forest. Yes. You'd
I'll be right back.
yes. Okay. Roll me a d20.
Sure, yeah. Is that just a flat D20?
Yeah. Actually, no. Roll me a
Alright.
d100. D100, sir.
Oh shit. What's up? Hold on.
I got my
There
celestial
we go.
dice out today. Here we go.
Ooh, a 69.
Oh, another 69. Nice.
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 What we had literally 12.
Yeah. Can we get a nice in chat?
Yeah, everybody get nice
Nice.
and chat for 69.
Everybody,
Nice.
yeah. Nice. Wow. Anyway, this means you get 69% of the way through the book.
Hell yeah.
Lugos, you determined to read this thing. You find yourself a quiet corner of a dining room, and you start to speed read through the pages, skimming over what useful information you can find.
Yeah.
You find a lot of the same information, wherein the Blood Forest is caused by a magical ritual that can be done. The ritual takes 2 days. It's based on blood magic, and requires more often than not a human sacrifice to be made.
Oh, you had me
Oh.
until the human sacrifice.
Oh snap! I'm wondering. I know a little bit about Leocasta's backstory regarding where he was during the events. Can I make a connection at all to that?
Roll intelligence.
Sure. I'll give you a second here. Gotta make sure, you know, he's like average ass intelligence kind of, so. Flat D20. 18.
18. You find it odd that at the same time you were in the woods doing normal stuff, that someone with such a disposition, and maybe the hauntings of Leocast would be in there at the same time. It seems fishy at best.
Interesting. Man, finally, like, Lucas is getting some leads that he cares about. Yeah. That's all I was gonna do. Reading the book and shit.
Okay. So with that, your morning is done. The sun climbs higher into the sky, and you see it's the beginnings of a nice day. It is essentially now early winter, the equivalent of what you might call end of August, beginning of September. But it looks to be a nice day. There's a nice cloud coverage in the sky, acting as an insulating blanket as rays of sun shine down and warm the morning grass. You see small specks of water still hanging off. The day is yours. And yeah, day is yours. Obviously, you have a lead in Coalfort, which is about 2 days travel away. Apart from that,
Where is our egg boy? Where is our shifter friend? Lugos!
Oh, oi, yeah, oi, what's up?
You hitched up the horses the other day. Help me get them out.
Oi. All right, yeah, sure, I'm on it. I'll make sure they're taken care of. I'll pack up the book, kind of like clean up some of the mess I've made. Just like quickly like wiping down any like spills and like kind of just like putting
egg,
cups and
gravy,
bowl,
all over the table in front of you, crumbs.
Yeah.
And I will say,
I want to make it
unfortunately,
easy for Barnabas,
Gregoris.
so off,
So whack.
so off. Gregoris. I want to make it easy for him to be able to clean up.
I'm actually gonna write his name down.
I've
I'm
also
gonna write his name down.
I have to say, the name of the horses were improvised on the spot. Was it Melora and Melora Jr.? Horse names?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Melora and Melora Jr. So you get Melora and
Gregoris.
Why is a tongue twister? Melora and Melora Jr. You get horses all saddled up. You make sure they've had their fill of hay, they've got their water, and I assume you're connecting them to the cart and making it ready to go.
Well, I'm making sure that Lugos cares about the animals, so he's going to feed them out of like the stockpile of snacks that they were given. So he's going to feed them like some apples.
Okay.
Okay, so in my notes I specifically wrote Gregoris, the creepy servant to Arvis Bell, the brother of a dead halfling that Leocast insulted.
Nice.
That's my in-depth notes here.
Can I ask?
On the way, if Lugos and I are by ourselves for a sec, I want to ask him. So how feeling all right?
I'm you like look down, you'll pause like, I'm sorry about last night.
Oh, it's not about that. I'm just making sure you're feeling okay today and not the same as last night. That's all.
I'm certainly not feeling like I was last night.
Good.
I tried so hard to convince myself that it wasn't going to be what I thought it was going to be. And if I believed hard enough, I wasn't going to turn, you know? I thought that I could have a willpower over it, sort of. Hope I didn't hurt you too badly.
Maverick is tightening up the leather straps on the tackle, on the tack for the horses, and checking leads and reins. Well, let's say you're not the only one that wanted to deny who he really was as a race, but and I give the horse a couple of firm pats on the side.
Yeah, I'm kind of like patting the back of like the horse's neck and like mane, making sure they eat the apples, kind of making sure everything's in check.
Can I ask if? Oh, sorry, after you.
Does anyone else, are they aware of it at all? Of what happened, or is it just you?
Well, Joy was kind of like right there, by the way. She seemed to have been more, probably disappointed more than anything. I mean, she was probably ready to draw a rapier and stab you if you knocked me unconscious, but...
Are you sure she's not already ready to do that anyways?
No. I'll make sure she doesn't.
Right. Well, I don't want to burden anyone in the group, so I may have to go my separate ways, because I don't want to eventually kill any of you.
What do you mean? We still have at least a month before the next full moon, and I don't feel like you're going to be a danger until then anyway. Plus, Joy, myself, even Kishon will find a way to deal with this if it ever does arise again.
Well, that's the thing. And I hold up the book and I like give it like a tap. I'm putting down some leads of my own that I think could actually be based in truth. I think that this could actually lead somewhere despite being a work of fiction.
And you're going to follow these leads by yourself? Do you have a death wish?
Well, me and Leo Cost kind of found ourselves in the same boat, sort of. I think that...
The hell does that have to do with that guy?
He might have a part in what happened, but not directly.
Is Leo Cost a werewolf too? Did he turn you into that?
No. It's something else. I'm not gonna breach his private information or anything. I'll let him tell you himself, but...
As if he's ever gonna do that, but go ahead.
Hey, fuck off.
It might have been something that he found himself in unfortunate circumstances that indirectly led to the happening, basically. And we found each other after the woods, and we shared the same experience. That's why I've been with him this whole time. We're trying to look for the answers together.
So, you were mentioning something about a force that always changes in that book. Do you think he got lost just like you did?
I do think he got lost just like I did, yeah.
Maybe the reasons why you were both there were different, but I guess you kind of found each other. So it's, I guess, a blessing and a curse, I suppose. But there's no way in the non-hose I'm gonna let you go out and venture off these leads on your own.
Huh. I'll give like a glance and like half a smile, like, I appreciate it.
Plus,
if I'm about to hurt someone.
Oh, I'll deck you in the mouth, even if you growl at somebody, I know. Even if it's not a full moon, I'll be sure to deck you in the mouth if you growl at someone, for sure.
Alright, come on now. It's not, it's a little harsh, isn't it?
It's precautionary measures. No, we still got plenty of time left for that. Hell, maybe whatever secretive organization this Oblivion Choir is all about, how they might have some more information on what your leads are about if they're worth a damn.
Maybe.
Who knows what else they've been studying.
Something tells me that they've got their hands in all sorts of shite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, alright, let's go get the others, eh?
Alright, settle up. I'll hoist myself up.
Okay.
Click.
Can I ask?
Not that kind of click, Leocast, just with their reins, click. Alright, let's go, click. Just tend to the horses, Lucas.
Oh no!
Just tend to the horses. Of mice and venom. Just pet the horses, Lugos. Click. Okay, I'm done.
Can I ask if you are removing the bunting from the cart? Because obviously the entire time you've been in this cart, if you've had kind of this circus bunting covering the outside, are you editing? I don't know why you're keeping it as it is.
Wait, circus?
Yeah, when
Like,
you
we
collected
have,
the
like,
cart,
a
it
little
had this
space.
bunting covering it.
Yeah, we're probably gonna remove it.
No joy.
I would be thrilled to remove the bunting. Take off the bunting. Here we go. I can't wait. It's my favorite part of the morning.
Take off the bunting. Oh shit.
Okay, so you make sure the horse is attended to, you make sure the cart's good, and I assume you get all this stuff, you load it up into the cart, your food stuff, any water you might need. It's a short trip, so at this point you're just taking the possessions you need and some small rations. With that, can I assume you get everyone else and get them into the courtyard and be prepared to travel off? Or is there anything else you'd like to tend to?
Yeah, I go ahead and I grab all the others, letting them know that it's high time to go. Make sure I grab Kasha as well.
Okay. So you head to the cart, and as you're in this large courtyard, you see the path leading out, lined by trees, which will head down to the Ancestors' Path, and you'll be able to head into Coalfort from there. Just as you're loading up to the cart, people are beginning to climb on and head in the back, take the reins. You see us, Arvis and Grigoris, come out of the house. Arvis waves and says, "Oh, friends, could I talk to you for just a moment?"
Yeah.
You see,
What is it?
Christ, this is embarrassing. When I said Sohas wouldn't cause too much trouble, I was mistaken. He's already trashed 6 of the corridors. I know it's a lot to ask, especially since I don't know if you'd call us
Tie him up
friends.
and bring him with. Got it. All right.
Oh,
If you could just transport him into Coalfort, it's a short trip. I'd be greatly appreciated.
Just throw him in the back with a bottle of whatever. He'll be fine.
Well, maybe Kishore will play a song and put him to sleep while he drinks. Make the trip a little bit easier. All right.
A little more bearable, Holly.
Thank you.
Come on, the legendary spice mage of
You
all
will
that is
continue to be
lovely and...
amazing guests, and thank you all for staying. You're free to come around anytime. It gives you a smile. And you see Grigoris next to him. He does like a very elegant bow, kind of over dramatic to all of you. Yeah.
Was that something that he would typically do?
Yeah. He's very kind of eccentric, Grigoris. As you can tell from the three pieces wearing with a large kind of tailcoat, eccentric colours. And then you see Sohas Zekros waltz out of the main door. He doesn't look to have much equipment on him. Obviously, he didn't arrive with much. He's just got his clothes, which he commandeered from Alice's wardrobe. As he heads out towards the cart, he says, "Good evening, all." Comes to the back of the cart. He jumps on the back.
Good evening.
Leviosa.
Who's taking the reins this time?
Yeah, I'd like to know that. Who is the driver of this cart? You need two
It's
people
the
up front.
driver almost every time.
Lugos is the
Lugos.
horseman. Maybe Kashaw sit next to him. Who knows? And keep him company. Play some music.
Okay, I guess I'll be the driver again.
Yep.
Okay.
My animal handling is shit.
My animal
Lugos.
handling isn't that great.
Okay. Lugos. You take the reins once again. You lock the horses, and soon enough you are heading down the all-familiar... There you go. The all-familiar track leading out from Alvaspal's estate. You see the trees on either side. As 20 or 30 minutes later you meet with the Ancestors' Path. And there you are, once again, heading off down the road, never seeming to get any rest, as you head away towards the great industrial city of Coalfort, to find a singular tavern and a singular person in the vast, sprawling grey mass. The journey is, luckily, relatively short. It's only 2 days, so you make quick work of it. You
On the way there,
Oh yeah, after you.
real quick. On the way there, I want to keep the cart moving at a decent pace, but not like full on sprinting, you know?
Okay.
I'm getting really low on arrows right now. And I was wondering if I could scavenge for like proper materials to make arrows, if you would allow it. If not, I can always buy it at the next town.
I usually say arrows are kind of infinite. That's one of the things I keep track of. But if you want to, I can say you can go off and scavenge.
Awesome. I literally keep the cart moving, and like I hand the reins to like Kasha or whoever's next to me. I'll be right back, and I fucking jump off the cart to like walk alongside the cart as I scavenge. I'm looking for like birds' nests and like feathers on the ground, and then I'm looking for like decent sticks and like stuff like that.
Okay, roll investigation.
Absolutely. Knowing my luck.
Favorite terrain, let's go.
Hey. So I will be able to add +4 to this total. Nice. Always low. It's 11.
11.
All right, do you get your +3 from that, or?
That is my proficiency bonus is +2.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
that's
you
what I
find
added already.
a few birds' nests. You find 6 feathers, all of varying sizes. It looks like a few of them might be from baby birds who've just begun to grow feathers, so they're like minuscule, like a few centimeters long. You find a handful of sticks,
Okay.
again, various sizes. A few of them, it's been raining in this area quite profusely the last few days, so all the sticks are quite damp, and some of weird shapes and bends to them, kind of tilting off to one side. And looking for stones, you find there's no kind of flint if you're looking at that kind of stuff that's sharp. You just find a few rocks which you smash against each other, and a few of them break into arrowheads. So you'd say you get about 4 usable arrowheads from that.
Nice.
So you can make 4 arrows at the most.
All right, making 4 arrows at the most. You know, I'll take it right now. I'll take those 4 arrows.
Okay.
And
That's like a couple copper pieces right there.
yeah, I'm saving
Yeah.
big, man. And then like
Let's
I
go.
run and like hoist myself up, like over onto the cart, and
Okay.
yeah, I'll try to like start making the arrows there if it's not too terrible.
No, yeah, well, that's definitely something you can do. I can say with your experience in the woods, there's no check required to do that. You're skilled enough as a hunter to be able to make your own arrows. Whereas Lugos does this, essentially the equivalent of like being on your phone whilst driving, kind of instead of a car, making arrows as he goes. You drop down into the lowlands. You pass through miles upon miles of farmland. You see small children in wooden houses and lodges staring at a mysterious group of adventurers passing by. Eventually, you're following along the edge of a great churning river known as the Coalstream. Various boats travel past carrying cargo of all sorts. You get the odd wave from hardy-looking sailors heading downstream, determined to pass through a port of Oar's Rest and swim out into the seas beyond. It's about 5 o'clock at this point as you're nearing the end of your day's travel, and in the back of a cart, Maverick, you are sat opposite Mr. Sohasekris. It's about this time. He's had a small nap in the afternoon. He glances up at you and he says, So I take it you're magical. Yes,
Oh.
you. Magical, yes?
Aren't we all a little bit magical? You were at one point with lightning bolts and all that.
Yes. Well,
Um,
1 point is the key word there, isn't it?
Many points in your life. Think of the positives. Think about it at 99.99% of your life.
He kind of looks very puzzled each second. The longer I go on, the more that 0.01% becomes a bigger percentage.
And it gets replaced with journey.
Have you been drinking my rum?
No, I'm just trying to make a long conversation. What kind of question is that? A magical? What are you reading on about? Sure, I know some magic,
No,
some
you see-
healing.
You see, I remember you. you doing your Helian magic stuff when I had a small hiccup with gargoyle.
The stone creature.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit more proficient with it since then. I'm still honing the craft.
And you're here to track down the Oblivion Choir, as we call it.
It seems that way, yes.
Look, lad. If you find the phylactery they have of me, just see if you can find a way to give me my magic back. Can you?
I'll do my best. Do you remember what this artifact looked like that they stored your essence in?
Did you happen to see a turtle at all?
Yes. A one that could stop time, open up a gate, and teleport out of it? Yes. Raise the undead with some sort of artifact that they took? Yeah, of course. They used your magic to get away, it seems.
Hey. Yep. It's definitely him. He has a small glass thing around his neck. It's like a necklace charm of some sort, and had some weird twisted way to get me and suck me into that, and look at me now, I'm street urchin. Crazy old man.
You can still brew potions, can't you? You handed me one that seemed to heal me up quite well nights ago.
Bring potions.
You still have access to your research. You have your notes. You have your own knowledge. That doesn't stop you. You can still obtain knowledge even if you don't have the capability to bring it into existence.
Yes, but where's the fun in that?
Consider it some sort of a goal, I guess, for when you get that capability back. You'll get bounced back on your feet, yeah? Why stop now?
You're very optimistic. You're obviously quite young.
Well, it's quite dreadful, honestly. If you want me to be completely honest, it's absolutely horrible, but...
There it is, that's the conversation I want. I want to wallow in my pessimism with the help of my newfound friends.
Of course everything's gone to shit. We're chasing down some sort of a cult that's eluding us that apparently knows our true identities with different factions that always have people out to kill us and, to mention 4 different, or more like 4, maybe 5 now at this point, different political powers that want to influence one another by buying out nobles that apparently also turns out to be werewolves. Yeah, we've had a busy week.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, I'm still trying to be optimistic about it, yeah.
Well, it didn't sound optimistic, fair, I'll be perfectly honest. But you know what? You sound a lot like a young version of me.
Is that supposed to be a sky tactic? Because it's working.
Just trust me, in 20 years' time, if you age just as well as I have done any points for his relatively wrinkled and damaged face.
You age wonderfully, sir. You hold your liquor quite well at that age.
Like a fine wine. Can you believe I'm only 45? He looks
probably look 60.
Yeah, he looks about 65, 70-ish.
You're right, it is hard to believe.
Listen here, boy, there's much wisdom that can be gleaned from your elders. I know you think I'm a bumbling fool. Probably a bit more than that. But there's things to be learned.
Fool.
Yeah, shut up, Ginger. God.
Even bumbling fools spin wise tales.
He like kind of leans in close. Do your friends know nothing about interrupting a private conversation?
Meh. One person's conversation is kind of everyone's conversation here.
Not private when you're in the back of a small carriage.
There's that too.
He kind of glances about, and I assume everyone now staring at him. He's like,
don't take it as an insult.
see, I prefer traveling with people who aren't so witty. He kind of just glances down towards the hay and just stares.
Don't worry, sir. We're gonna catch him. It seems our goals are aligned. So, at least look forward to that.
You see his hand wrap around a small bottle of alcohol he's found in my back, and he says, "Cheers to that." He raises it up, and Ren takes a big swig. And he rests back against the cart, closes his eyes.
Cheers.
I like to think that we never even had a bottle back there, but he somehow
He's just magically found it.
He's a street magician now. He like, oh, look at what I got.
Look what's behind my ear. Oh, rum.
Oh, look at what's in my vest. It's a gun.
Actually, I believe the entire time he had it stored somewhere where I won't go into detail, but might be known as a prison wallet.
No, not an entire wine bottle. Get out! No, in his pant leg.
Let me get my rum.
In his pant leg. It's in his pant leg. Come on now. He walks around and you hear clanking a glass. What's that? Nothing.
Yeah, it's just like, is that a bottle of rum? Are you just happy to see me?
Good. I need a bottle of rum because I'm happy to see me.
Anyway, we see the sun start to go down as you head into the lowlands along the coal stream. I assume you all make campus normal for your night of travel.
Mm-hmm.
Anything interesting you'd like to do, or just shoot straight to morning and continue with traveling? It's up to you guys. You've got no immediate errands to attend to.
I'll just make a half joke while setting up camp. Did you get over your hangover, Joy? And I just give her like a knowing, like a half smirk, like a cocky grin.
Yes, it took a bit longer than usual, unfortunately, but yes, you.
Well, as you can tell by the other morning, I wasn't quite prepared.
No, you were not.
Do you remember anything?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, it gets a little blurry, but our conversations I do remember. Yes.
Can I ask what your passive perception is as having this conversation?
My passive. Oh, why would you do this to me? It's only 13.
Okay.
Mine's less than that. Mine's 10.
Okay. We can continue having a conversation.
Is there a spice mage that's like right behind me?
Probably.
Anyway. Probably. Oh, whatever. I wouldn't care. Alright, well, it's good actually. Anyway.
Just as you say this.
Just as I say this, where's the rum?
You both see a ringed and bangled hand rest on your shoulders. So, Maverick, you see the hand rest on your left shoulder. Joy on your right shoulder. As he kind of comes in between you, he's
just like, hey, guys.
He's like, ooh, well, what's going on here then?
Setting up camp.
We're having a conversation. Can I help you?
Oh no,
yes,
he's gonna
you
pull
said,
the...
You said one
God
person's conversation is everyone's conversation.
God.
I'd quite like to be a part of this conversation.
It's only in the cart. That is the cart rules. That is cart conversation.
Sure, we were just talking about our hangovers the other night.
Yeah, that's no worries at all. Would you like to help us set up camp, or are you that different kind of studier? Have you ever made a campfire, Mr. Spice Man?
You see his both hands raise. Back in just a moment. As he hurries to the cart, you see him grab a handful of hay. He comes over, places the hay on the floor below, and says, "For all intents and purposes, we are now in the cart."
Are you fucking serious right now?
What would you like to talk about?
Lugos is like gathering pieces of lumber like just kind of passively listening to the conversation as he kind of like gets pieces of wood and like sticks and like kindling, starts building a campfire.
Well, there's no need for the aggression, Mrs. May I call you Miss Joy?
Yes.
Oh, well,
There's no aggression here, but what would you like to talk about? You seem like you would like to talk.
he glances to each of you. Have any of you ever tried a rum sautéed pig? I think that's what we should have tonight for camp food. I can make it, I can cook it up, and it'll be delicious.
I actually want to see this man cook. Have
Yeah,
the
that sounds
capability
fun.
of cooking. I would love to see that. The drunk the drunk kitchen type of episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, you see, he raises both hands. He's like, "Right, well, I'll get sorted to that." And he walks you
Lugos will make
separate.
a joke as he comes like walking back with like bundles of like firewood and like sticks and to start a campfire. Are you the pig that we're gonna be sauteing?
He just goes, and he turns once again to Maverick and Joy, and he leans in. And you're standing on my bed, and he gestures down to the hay as he goes to find the ingredients.
Is he gonna go hunt down a pig?
That's what it sounds like.
Lugos gets busy starting to build a campfire and whatnot.
Okay. An hour or so later, after your conversation was so rudely left in twain by...
It's like one of those moments where you just like that third wheel just rolls in. What's up? What's going down? Something
He is
personal? Great.
the spiritual successor of Kishore this episode. So as you go up making a fire, you look as the stars above you, ting, 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 one by one begin to pop in as the sun goes down. And strangely enough, there's a beautiful aroma that begins to waft around the camp. As you see Sohazekros here, he's found some pots from a camp. Unfortunately, he's used about 4 days of rations. He's kind of pilfered them and opened them up and mixed them all together. You get bits of pork and various spices, and you see he's almost a wizard in the kitchen as he's mumbling to himself. He's like, turmeric, parmesan, as he's throwing all these different ingredients in. The pot that contains pieces of pork, he's stirring it around. And an hour or so later, he plates it up to 5 separate dishes, and he goes, "Right, dinner is served. Would you care for any rum?" See, it's a bottle.
Sure.
You really like rum a little too much, I think.
See, a wise man once told me, rum is the solution to any problem you may face in the world.
I take the bottle from him to pour a glass. Was that wise man you?
Now you're starting to understand me.
All right. I'll take the bottle and I'll pour myself a glass too.
Yeah, you
How's
see,
his food?
it's delicious.
Oh my god.
You kind of don't want to admit it as you take it, but he knows his way around spices. And that may be where his name comes from, you don't know, but he's definitely seasoned it nicely. The pork is nice and juicy and delicious. And it's all very nice and very filling. As you see, he kind
What the
of
hell,
sits down.
man? Aren't you some sort of professional chef?
Of a sort, yes. So anyway, you eat your meal, you do whatever nightly duties you can to, and soon enough you head to sleep on your bed rolls around the campfire. And the last words you hear of the night are Sohazekros on his small ball of hay, slightly out of the campfire. You hear him shout at the night. He's like, "Good night, everyone. You see, yeah, I know you all won't admit it, but I'm like scabies. I grow on you over time." He rolls over in the hay.
I don't even know you.
It's such an awful way to put it.
I don't
like,
even know who you are. I mean, as long as I don't wake up and the spice mage is cuddling me. See, I've grown on you.
Okay. With that, you spend your night. And the second day of travel begins. I assume again, you go about your stuff as usual, you get the cart loaded up and you head onto the road again. Correct? Okay. So you
Why not?
tend about your morning, and in the early afternoon of the second day of travel, you seem to make it to the first signs of Coalfort. And by that, I mean you see a great stone monolith. A massive bridge of heavy timbers and mortared stone spanning the entirety of a churning and fast-moving coal stream. It's wide enough to support 4 carts to cross side by side if needed. Pillars the diameter of castle turrets hold the bridge from below, hoisting its impossible weight into the sky. Above, banners flutter in the breeze, situated at regular intervals along a bridge's considerable length. You look as various carts and foot travellers, merchants, are lined up at the entrance to the bridge. It seems to be almost a customs or security check. You see the familiar gleam of the blue breastplates of the Tyrannum as they check each traveller and cart as they go across the bridge and into the outskirts of Osrest. Now, looking across the water, I assume, because you have a clear view of the various docks and piers and bustling outskirt. Casting your eyes vertically upwards, you see the intimidating figure of the rest of Coalfort. The shape of it is a two-tiered city, essentially. Each tier is surrounded with great grey walls separating each, and the entire city is nestled into the foothills of the Black Peaks. From the highest tier, a colossal Gothic structure rises. From stories some of you may have heard, this is the Hall of Juris, the seat of a local government from here to Osrest. Towers and halls jut out at every angle, giving it a beautiful but unnerving majesty. You glance your eyes back down towards the bridge in front of you. A queue is quickly beginning to form to get past the bridge and the customs, and you see a separate line for foot travelling carts has been established, but both are rapidly expanding and filling up with the travellers of the day.
I
D&D.
rush over, trying to get a spot early on.
D&D, where we simulate queues and passport checks.
Next, you're gonna have simulate the DMV for getting our cart registered to be taken care of at a station.
Sir, you have a headlight on your cart.
Sir, your plate's expired on your cart.
Sir,
your horses aren't registered in the city.
So, you get your cart into line, you see there's an eccentric bunch of travellers in front of you and behind you. At this point, you see Sohas is unconscious in the cart, and you each attends to what you have to do. An hour passes, 2 hours, 3 hours even, as the line slowly moves onwards, very slowly moving.
During this downtime, may I start writing a letter?
You may.
Alright.
May I ask who? To?
Well, maybe just 2. Maybe just 2 letters, if I could probably swing it.
Well, you want to write a letter with the Spice Mage around? It's a bad idea.
Yeah. Maybe I won't address the name yet until it's done.
Well, yeah, you can send me a message whenever you'd like the contents of a letter, and
sure.
And I'll get that situated into a grand multiverse
I won't
of
mail
things.
it until we get to the post office at the end of the next day, anyway.
Anyway, you see the
Very
lines.
shadow people.
Luckily not. The line continues to move slowly onwards, and soon enough you see the cart in front of you. People load back onto it, the horses are as the cart heads off across the bridge, disappearing to speck into the distance. An elderly-looking man, dressed in the classic Coalfort blue chainmail attire with a breastplate, with a large, almost a salt and pepper beard that accentuates his jaw, and a bald head with thin, receding grey hair. You know, it's the kind of person where they're not quite bald, but they essentially may as well be. The only real hair is on the sides. You see, as he gives you a kindly wave over to fill the next position.
Finally!
Okay, you head the cart along. Hello. Feel free to get off. I'm just gonna do a quick check of your cart. May I ask your name?
Lugos Berve.
Logos, and you are? And he points to Maverick.
Maverick.
Thank you, sir. And you, Mr. Dark Elf.
The name's Leokos.
And you, my dear, what may I call you?
Joy.
And he then goes around Seek Shore, and so as you see, as he kind of takes a step back, he calls some people over, and they begin to look around your cart, and he steps back, sees people do this, and he pulls you all aside to the side of a bridge, and you see the rumbling water beneath you. So, travelers, I won't take much of your time, I hope. May I ask what purpose you have in Coalfort today?
We're here on official business to meet someone.
Official business, you say?
Why?
Do you have any identification?
No paperwork, but it's meeting with friends.
Actually, I think I have paperwork.
Something that has been scheduled that we've been waiting for. Been eager to see him.
Look, my friends, I'm sure you can see how suspicious it looks when you say you've got official business in the town, but then you've not got any paperwork.
I actually have paperwork with since I had the charlatan background with Leokos's name on it.
Okay, so are you gonna hand over paperwork?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Can you tell me what this paperwork says?
It's basically a fake birth certificate, but with Leokos's name, date of birth, etc., etc.
Yeah, so essentially proving you as a viable, safe, law-abiding person, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's beside the point, because unfortunately that is only for one of you. So, my friend Leocash, you'll be free to go in and peruse Coalfort to your heart's desire, but the rest of you...
Okay, bye.
Could I use my soldier's background or City Watch background to show that my ranks of Marlin still? That I'm official city guard of the ranks. So even though I'm not wearing the armor anymore, I still have their stuff from the background, I believe.
Oh, you tell me you're Marlin City Guard. Can I ask when you served?
Well, I don't know what actually out of character, I don't know what the current year is, or else I would give the years of the dates of a 2-year or a 3-year time span between the ages of 17 and 19.
Can I ask how old you are now?
21.
So, you see as he glances down at his paperwork for a second.
I served my years under my father, and now I'm out pursuing the world during my off years.
You seem like a well-respectable person. Do you know where you're going to be staying in Coalfort?
I heard from a friend outside of town that there's this place called what was it? It was actually quite a funny name, wasn't it? Called the Piss and Whistle.
You see his eyes immediately dart up. He's like, you're going to that part of town? Well, I'd recommend you keep a close eye about you. Our guard patrols aren't as frequent there. And there's a few of a sort who may seek to cause some harm to you.
I see. Well, you have an armed guard here and paladin of the order. So I think we'll be well off.
Yes, well, I shouldn't really be letting you in. But I do respect someone who's given service to their town.
I appreciate it, sir.
So I'm going to provisionally let you in. If you cause any trouble, unfortunately, I'll have to be tracking you down. In 2 days' time, I'm going to send a little garrison to a Piss and Whistle to check on your whereabouts and see you are still here and doing good.
Well, you can come by and we'll over a drink or something if you're not busy.
Yes, well, unfortunately, I do have a some grandkids I'd like to spend some time with these coming days.
Oh, of course. I want to give him a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. That's you seem to be
just
quite
doing your job.
well.
Appreciate
Quite. Oh, that's a week's wages for me. Thank you. He looks around. All right. Okay. Go on, you can enter. Go on, get the cart moving. Yes, he steps
Alright.
back. And as he steps back, there's a distinctive click of his back, and he goes,
Soft spot for the grandkids.
Is his back broken?
no, it's just bad. He's had a lifetime of servitude to this job. Anyway. So you enter.
If you would have freaked out if I gave him a platinum piece.
I doubt it'll help, but just be nice. I'm gonna lay on hands and just use 1 point of HP for his back.
Oh. Daily cast being nice. Trust, but anyway, you put your hand kind of on his back and he looks shocked for a second and he goes, oh. Aye, that seemed to have got something there. Oh. Thank you.
Anytime. I'm gonna give him 10 pieces of gold and be on my way.
See a chiropractor with that gold, and you have a soft spot for the grandkids, so consider it.
You see as his George drops open as your cart begins to head across the bridge, and he's like,
Alright.
oh. Puts it in a pouch. As you head into the lower districts of
A
Coalfort.
traveling charity we are.
Yeah, don't say the word charity around Leah, cause he'll be looking for holes to take.
Yeah. Traveling charity apart from when you steal from a church. Mm.
It was a
Yeah.
one-time
Trying to balance out the
thing.
karma.
one-time
Yeah.
mistake.
It's not like I'm gonna try to do it in the city or anything.
I guess I'll
Anyway.
hop down from the court and hand him 500 gold. Just
No, just here, random old man.
now you can retire forever.
Never have to talk to us again.
You know what? Leo Cost is feeling generous. He's gonna throw 100 gold at him.
No, don't.
Let's do it. I'm doing it.
Are you?
You're
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. Why not?
From 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, you can. Money's easy to earn. I'm gonna do it.
Are you serious? It's like that's like a year's worth of wages for him.
Yeah, so
Well,
they scatter all over the floor, and you see as he goes and
Oh,
rapidly begins
it's
to pick
in
them
a
up.
pouch.
No, no, no,
like,
Oh, it's in a
no,
pouch, okay. You throw him
More
a isn't just you throw him a pouch of money, and you see as he catches it, and he immediately opens it and looks at the shining bag of gold. Oh, is this meant for? Do you think I'm someone I'm not? Like a long lost relative? Surely this can't be meant for me, can it?
I think it's time you just retire.
Oh, am I that bad at my job?
No, your back's just gonna get much worse throughout your years.
Well, thank you, Lakers. You are
You know-
undoubtedly a godly and good person. Thank you.
You know what, Lance?
We're not gonna play this game. We're not gonna play this game, Iggy. No, we're not doing this.
I'm
No,
doing
we're
it. I'm
No.
doing it. I'm
we're
doing
not
it.
doing
I'm
this.
throwing 100 gold at him.
No,
So
God,
good.
why?
So again, he catches another pouch of gold. Oh, I'm gonna take my grandkids to the Torstein coast. Oh, we're gonna see
And
the beaches.
I want to say to him, as Lucas, I want to say to him, make sure you find the time to spend with the ones that you love. It's bittersweet. It's a lot shorter. Your time is a lot shorter than you might think.
You see a shaky hand come out to meet us. And he says, "My name is Hosea. Thank you all."
Nice to meet you, Hosea.
Leave this job behind. Leave this terrible fucking place. All this
Aye.
black suit and everything everywhere.
He reaches his single hand to the latches on his breastplate, and it's as if he falls to the floor. He gets his sword and belt, throws it to the floor, and he says, "Jimmy, I quit."
Yes.
He waves off, and you see him kind of begin to hurriedly shamble down towards where you assume he lives in the lower
As he
city.
does it, I want to rob him. No, I'm joking.
It feels nice because you gotta spend time with the ones that you love while you still have the time.
So he heads back to the lower city, just as you enter as well. And you are taken aback by the sheer content around you. You see every street is narrow and winding, shambles even. But perhaps the thing that takes you back the most is the sheer activity. Glancing about you, you see markets, you see bars, you see barbers, tailors, alchemists, herbalists, blacksmiths, journalists, cartographers, doctors, dentists, stables, restaurants, inns. everything you could ever want in this single hub of life around you. And I'm just gonna start set up. And as you look about, it's an amazing hub. Something you really couldn't have wished anything more for a hub of adventure. You look about you, the architecture is thick grey stone. Each building seems to be made of matching uniform grey bricks to keep out the cold around you. At this time of day, even in the late evening, you see your breath is beginning to frost in front of you as your cart begins to wind its way through these streets. As you're heading along, a young man, gangly, with wonky teeth, wearing shambly cotton clothing, runs alongside your cart as you're making your way through. Seriously, he runs up beside you and says, "Oi, mister!" And then he glances over to Joy and gives kind of a weird look at the teeth thing. And, mistresses, I'll park your car wherever you'd like for 2 copper.
Fuck off.
No.
I'd say it's a deal.
You give an old man 100 gold and tell a kid to fuck off? What is wrong with you people?
Wait, it's a kid?
Yeah, he's about 14 probably.
Oh.
No, okay, I don't say fuck off.
Lugos, are you gonna incite this kid? Are you gonna incite him? Make sure he's just not some street thug?
Yeah, I
He's totally a street thug.
Are you gonna kick
definitely
him in
a
the
street
teeth? Huh?
He's Cockney. How could he not be a street thug?
He's gonna steal the car.
Why are you like this?
Seems to be a young man looking for work. But
still
hard to
don't
read
trust him.
mainly.
Shoot, I'll incite. Why not? I don't care. I'm like, anyway.
Very hard to read, yeah.
Whatever.
I'll do one. Why not?
Two
You're all
copper.
inciting. Immediately, all of your heads twist as you all try and figure out this person.
Oh my god.
Or, again, you cannot read this person. You've not spent enough time in Coalfort to get a read on the citizens yet, and as this person glances towards you, he says, "I think that's a deal you can't afford to pass up on now. Anywhere you'd like, 2 copper pieces, anywhere in the city. Promise all your luggage will be safe. This is my guarantee."
I'm gonna do
Alright,
inside on
mate.
that one.
Alright, lad, you seem a little too eager, alright? So, I take care of my own horses. I'll find it, I'll manage.
5.
When
Again,
was the
hard
last
to
time
read.
you ate, boy?
Well, I don't see how that's applicable to this situation. I'm just looking to make a good, honest work here, taking your carts.
Just answer the question.
Well, why don't we pay you to direct us to the right area rather than you take our car? We'd like to keep our belongings with us.
Alright.
Oh, I say that's a fair deal, and I'll give you a special offer for that for 1 copper piece.
I give him
Sure,
the 2 copper
whatever.
anyway. I give him the 2 copper anyway.
Why not?
Lugos doesn't care about having money, he'll give him a silver.
Oh,
Don't do
Exactly,
this.
yeah.
Thank you, mister.
I'll give him a gold piece.
Oh my god, why are we just giving all of our money away to the first people we see on the streets?
Why not?
We're gonna
Thank
change
you,
their
mister.
lives.
Thank you, mistesses. Glances about, smiles at you.
Alright.
Thank you. He turns around and bolts into a back alley with money.
Hey, wait, our information!
Yeah.
That's about what I expected. Good thing we
Yeah,
didn't hand him our cart over.
Wait, how far away is he right now?
Oh,
He-
no.
I
he's
grab Leocasta's shoulder. Don't, just a kid.
Yeah, how far away is he?
he's disappeared into a back alley. You immediately lose visual sight of him, but no more than probably 30 feet.
Let him
Did you say 30
go.
feet? Did you just...
But behind
Around a
people.
corner, Leocast. Around
Behind
a
people.
corner.
Yeah. It's a bustling
Leocast,
street around you.
Guys, just let it go. The copper piece is just so we can get him out of our hair. It was your fault that you gave him Sonia coins. Can we just go? Lugos.
We should find a stable and some place to put the horses in the car. I would assume we'll make quite the mess going through this week and all this.
It's rightly so funny, right? Because everyone, their lives are controlled by these shiny little fucking pieces of metal. Look at this.
Well, fine. I'll gladly take it if you don't want any of it.
Right, I bet you would.
Obviously, you don't know how to save it.
Is there like a sewer near? I just like throw a gold coin in the sewer. Like, look, that meant nothing to me.
You immediately see various poorer-looking people in the lower city of Coalfort just immediately glance towards it and they go scrambling towards the sewer, trying to reach your hand down and fish out his gold piece.
We're
So Joey's gonna just hit him over the head.
Yeah.
Lugos, knock it off. Knock it off.
many
Let's
poor
find
people are
a
there?
nice stable for the horses, and we'll start there, and then we'll look for this place we're supposed to.
Even if you don't care about money, we need the money for utility to keep us on this adventure so we stay alive. So, I suggest.
I'll explain loudly. Like, oh darn, that was my last gold piece too. That fucking sucks.
Look, yeah, and you see a sewer sector seems to wake up and go back. You see, I'm a relatively well-traveled man. I've been to this city before. I can find you a stable.
Is there a church? Anywhere I can see?
What are you
There's
looking for
like
a church for?
various
No, for
parishes
personal reasons.
and smaller temples in the lower city, but probably you see the lower cities not the best off. Glancing up, you can see a large cathedral spire in the higher city, but it is
That's my target.
it is a separate
Target.
tier of city. You have
He's
to
gonna steal
enter the high
from
tier.
him.
How do you don't know me?
DM notes: enhanced security on churches. Okay. Okay.
Well, you have half the city guard at this one church.
Note to self: make every security order of Vecna to kill Leocas because he screwed them over somehow. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know the shadow elf who's been going around robbing churches.
There's little wanted posters inside of all of them now.
I'm a good elf. I gave him away 100 gold.
Have you seen
There's
this
some-
man? Face.
It's not like I'm about to go steal
What
it
do you
all
mean you're a
back.
good man? You were this close to punching a child.
Listen, I was about to knock, dude. I was about to knock that child out.
Yeah, we know.
He would have been the redheaded stepchild.
Oh gosh.
Suplex. Anyway.
Okay, out of nowhere.
All right,
Where's
Mr.
this stable?
All right, Spice Mage, lead the way.
You see, if I recall, it's just up here. Bit that way. Bit of there and... wait. Just give me a second. Thinking. Brain.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if the spice mage is like actually knowledgeable,
Yeah, sure.
or if he's bullshitting?
Is this going to be in the nicer part of town? We want our horses and our cart taken care of. I don't want to have to pay for more.
11.
Oh, you see, I'd never take you to somewhere that isn't the nicest town, my dear. You see, he's considering 11. Yeah, hard to read. He's got this kind of persona up that you cannot see past at all. You see, he immediately turns. Yeah, yes, that's where the stables is. May I take the reins? As he
What does the
kind
place look like when he points it out?
you can't see it. He just seems to kind of know where it is, and he's asking to take the reins to take the cart to it.
I look to the others.
Just let him drunk drive, Lugos. It's no big deal.
I reluctantly hand over like the reins, but still
Yes.
keep a hand on them.
Ooh, someone's a bit. Get what this is about. And you see he begins to almost attempt to pull the reins from you even more as you're kind of holding on to it.
Don't fuck this up.
There's not a single thing in my life I have ever fucked up, apart from losing
Oh,
the
your
magic, my marriage, I admit, a few other things along the way. Apart from
I
that,
certainly believe
perfect
you. All right,
track
here you
record.
go.
thank you. Right,
I have
brace
my hands
yourself,
ready
people.
to snatch the reins.
You're about to see some real speed. I see as he kind of anticipates, and then ching, gets horses to go in a sensible trot. He's not actually as insane as he sounds. And he begins to sensibly trot the horses down through the lower city. And eventually the voices and bustle seem to slowly disappear almost. It's not as busy as perhaps the other places were. And as you disappear back into the back alleys of the streets, you see the buildings around you grow more decrepit. Many of these buildings, how should I say, they've got grimy windows, they've got barred up windows of iron and wood, and there appears to be no real life here. it's obviously the poorest part of the town. So Sakura continues to lead you along. Eventually, as you're going along the street, and you notice the streets turn from more cobble to essentially just mud and manure at this point. As he leads along the street, the cartwheels actually flicking with the manure up, and you kind of have to dodge a bit from the back of a cart as you're going along. But he eventually leads you along down the street, which you notice is called Coalfort Place. And he gestures to a small stable building. Well, there it is. Feel free to dismount and have an explore. I'll take your horses in, make sure they're all well cared of.
What do you need money or something for that? You can just do this all yourself.
I've got a way with people. He gives you a smile.
I hop out of the cart.
Yep. I'm done. I'm out.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, hop out of the cart.
Everyone make a perception check for me. Sorry.
All right. I was gonna ask the Spice Mage if he knew where this piss and whistle place was, if he's been in this town before. But perception, huh?
Wow, our rolls are really good today.
No one
My
higher than
rolls are always terrible.
Okay.
Maybe it's good we don't do combat this session.
So that... Okay, so were you asking the Spice Mage something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the Spice Mage if he knew where the piss and whistle was.
You see his head immediately tilts.
I'll be right back.
Now that is a name I haven't heard in a long time. But it is quite possibly the best drinking place in the whole of Coalfort. It has the best ambience. It is the quintessential experience for any free man desiring a night of lively entertainment. It's just over there. And you see, he extends a finger, and you see, probably about 50 meters away in this Coalfort place, a very decrepit-looking sign hanging on a chain. On it, you see the Piss and Whistle Inn.
Lovely.
Kitty. Walter. Oh, Walter, look at him. Look at her go. Look at her go. Anyway. Well, thanks. I entrust the horses and carts to you. Make sure they're fed twice a day. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, guys. Oh, we got our destination. Oh.
Don't let anything happen to the horses, or I'll oh, slap you silly.
For every leg that's broke on a horse, I'll break one of yours. You can do the math. All right, guys.
You see his eyes just kind of stare at you for a second. Oh,
I'm only...
sounds like my ex-wife.
Joking, old man. Good one.
Don't fuck this up.
We're starting to sound like his ex-wife.
That's fine. She sounds like a terrible woman.
Oh, I think she sounds wonderful. She left him. I just quietly say to Joy. Anyway.
Have some. Doesn't sound like she let him have any.
Okay. Are you heading towards the Piss and Whistle Inn, I assume?
Yes.
So you slosh...
Poor old sod. Didn't let him have on Valentine's Day of all days. Oh no.
You head towards the Piss and Whistle Inn, and as you head across the street, there's 5 or 6 people in ragged clothing outside their buildings, kind of eyeing you as you walk past. And the ground is this almost slushy mix of dirt and straw and mud, and it's just sloshy as you walk across to the Piss and Whistle. And you look, it's a narrow building set into this, again, cold, almost grey-blue brickwork. A single small door is set into the side, and a window as well. And you look, the window is horribly grimy and covered. There's almost no light coming through, and you cannot even see really in.
Do we have to stay here, or can we stay elsewhere and just...
I think we're only here for a meeting.
Oh, beautiful.
He's stepping in.
Seems like the perfect type of place for you, Joy.
No.
Great, it's perfect. You go in first, Lucas.
Boy,
I'll even hold the door open for you.
I'm a little overwhelmed by my senses. I think I'll go in last. How about him? Go on, Joy. Go on.
I'll even go in last. Chip, chip.
Sure. Why not?
You're the one wearing the leathers and using daggers and whatnot, sneaking around like a little sneaky.
I'll hold the door open for Joy then,
I'll walk right in.
and then I'll follow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go in, of course.
So the door, again, the hinges are terrible as it opens. It even kind of gets stuck on the floor because the hinges at the top have just drooped slightly, meaning when you enter it against the wood floor, leaving a large scratch mark.
Is it loud?
It's loudish, and as you enter, you glance about, and the first thing you notice about this place is, first of all, the roof is incredibly low. You kind of have to duck slightly as you enter. But the bar is heavy with this acrid pipe smoke, and stale alcohol immediately fills your noses. The dim light cast by a dingy pair of oil lamps and a slowly dying fire in the hearth obscures stains of every hue imaginable about. A large bartender eyes you as you enter. A half-orc, undeniably more orc than man, with great tusks, slimy skin and deep-set eyes, puffing heavily onto a wooden pipe that seems to be carved to resemble a serpentine dragon of sorts, before returning to cleaning a glass with a undeniably dirty rag. You see the bar is stocked floor to ceiling with bottles of liqueur, both mundane and otherwise, but upon a further glance you see that each of these bottles seems to be caked with dust, and some have been here for years, some decades. You look around, there's
Oldest thing.
There's 3 or 4 patrons in here, all kind of doing their own thing at their tables. There's two guys at the far end who seem to be playing cards, and a single person sat at the bar, having a hushed conversation with a bartender. As they enter, everyone turns to stare right at you.
I will ignore the stairs and do the courtesy of leaving one empty bar stool in between the one that's occupied and myself. Just like the old urinal technique. Don't want to sit right next to somebody that's a complete stranger.
Yeah, I'll very much ignore the stairs as well.
I'll smile but not meet anyone's gaze.
Yeah, you look, the patrons of this bar very much resemble the bar itself. They're warm, standoffish, and all seem to be coated in a layer of grime, almost, as you enter.
Lovely.
We gotta fit right in. So, yeah, I'll sit at the bar and start out with 3 copper pieces on the counter. Just take a usual, whatever you got.
I don't recognize you.
No, I don't.
You new in
recognize
town?
either. I can say you're new to this part of town. I'll slide the 3 copper pieces over and just give him like a somewhat of a confident upward nod. So, whatever you got on tap today.
His hand reaches out, and his large, half-orcish hand grabs the 3 cup piece and slides them across the bar towards him. You see, he just doesn't even talk. He goes, and he keeps staring straight at you as a hand moves down. You hear a as he fills a relatively dirty glass as it froths over the top with some kind of alcohol. Slides it across the desk. Anything else?
He just pissed in that mug.
I'm gonna first start with the drink, because wouldn't be impolite to just buy a drink and then just immediately start conversation with him. So I'll take a drink first.
Lucas will pipe. I was like, "You got whiskey?"
What does it look like? He gestures for a large bit of bottles behind him.
Do they look like whiskey bottles?
You have no idea. They're so caked in dust, you can't even make out how half of them are.
I'll slap down 5 cover. One whiskey,
The oldest
please.
looking bottle. The old, yeah, you just assume.
The oldest vintage that you got. The oldest.
The
vintage
oldest
fucking
bottle you
whiskey.
got. The harder
Yeah.
the label is to read, the better.
Aye, I can do that. Turns around. You see, he eyes the large glass bottle selection for a second, and it's like a dangerous game of Jenga almost, as he reaches one near the bottom, and there's a horrible screeching noise as the glass against glass pulls out. It's mostly empty, about a fifth full, and you look, the label is completely gone. It's an unmarked bottle filled with
Oh, that's
deep,
the best.
deep kind of auburn alcohol.
Yeah.
Gotta smell
Well,
it first.
Do you intend to be drinking straight from the bottle? Or do you want a glass?
How much for the bottle?
How much have you got?
5 copper.
Roll deception.
Yeah, sure. Deception -1. Oh, that was so close.
Oh, that was almost a 17. I saw it.
6.
All right, you got me.
Maverick will chuckle lightly to ease in the situation.
You
I'll
don't
give you a
come
silver.
here if you've got no reason for coming here. You see, this is where locals come. And you're not locals.
Sure, I'm not
Why are you
local, but
here?
I'm here to get piss poor drunk, mate. Can I get the bottle or not?
Isn't our money just as good?
1 gold piece per bottle.
You think I'm walking around with gold around here? Only idiots walk around with gold around here, mate. I got silver. Best I can do.
10 silver pieces.
I got 9 on me.
Then you'll be taking just a shot. You see as he gets a glass out. Pours you a single shot. 9 silver pieces.
That's a dick.
Perfect.
I'll pay it up
Thank you.
reluctantly.
Speaking of locals, so actually we're looking for a friend, a local. That's why.
Hmm?
Nalzen?
Never heard of no nouns in. Have you, Steve? And he tilts his head to the guy at the bar. He's like, no. You see, no nails in around here.
I'm gonna insight. Obviously. But
Oh, one sec.
oh shit.
7.
Damn it.
Again,
Every single roll has been under 10 today. Every
Can I
single
roll an
roll has
insight?
been under
You can roll
10.
insight.
These dice are cursed, man.
Hard to read, but I'll be back in just a second. Bear with me.
I shall also roll an insight.
I shall also read into this very unfortunate
Beautiful.
person. Hey. Really good.
This very standoffish orc.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Well, since Lance is gone, I guess it's time for to take over the channel here.
Yeah, we're gonna take over. All right, everybody. Listen up. Click.
Click.
Subscribe. $4.99 a month.
My channel now.
Every single month, every single 30 days, renew your subscription.
Or else
We don't have. The only thing that we can offer you is your safety.
Let's make an alliance.
Let's let's form an alliance. All right. Oh my god.
I wonder how that man is doing.
He's probably still pissed.
Come on. What-
Really, man? Come on, man.
Oh, that lives in my head.
I
did
have
you guys
nightmares
talk
about him.
Me and
then the other guy, it's like, that was a hole full of loot.
oh my
back.
god, I know.
Sea of Thieves that you're talking about?
Yeah. Hey, do you guys want to form an alliance as like I'm distracting him and Leocasta's getting on his boat and driving away with it? Like,
Okay.
come on, man.
I am back, and as you try and insight the half-orc, he's generally hard to read.
What are you talking about? Orion got a net 20.
Well, that's a shame. I guess this Nalzin won't be getting paid then. All right, and I go to get up.
Who are you looking for? Honest.
I told you
Obviously
what I'm
here
looking
for someone, so stop throwing around your fancy little code names and tell me who it actually is.
Code names, interesting. Maybe a certain friend of an Orvis Bell. To be quite honest, I did not write down the real name of this person.
Don't believe you ever got a real name of this person. Never heard of no Harvest Bell. Have you, Steve? Well, yeah, actually, he's quite a famous comedian. Steve! Back me up. No.
He's actually quite funny.
See, we ain't heard of no Harvest Bell either.
Alright, look, mate. I know you're being real standoffish because this is your little rundown bar in the poor side of town or whatever, but we're here on a business. We're looking for a very important contact. There's all sorts of, like, shit that we're looking into, right? We'll reward you handsomely if you can tell us if he's here.
You see a sort of orc face. He leans over the bar.
I'm gonna be absolutely frank with you, mate. Money talks, am I right? You like money, don't you?
You see as the face moves closer towards you, but two great prominent tusks, maybe 15 centimeters from your face.
Lucas will meet his gaze.
The mouth opens and there's a horrible stench that wafts out of his mouth towards you. I like money.
Oh, I bet you do like money, don't you? But let's be
Yes,
reasonable
I don't like
mate.
money.
Oh, I bet you do, right now.
Yeah, it's gonna go back. It's like, I bet you do. I do. Yeah, I bet you do. I do.
So, if you like money so much, let's be reasonable here, right? We're looking for a contact. I know you know Orvis Bill. It's hard to not feckin' know him. Where can we find insert name?
Nalzin.
Melzen.
Of a certain Oblivion choir.
You see
Name
his
your
eyes
place.
seem to go wide for just a split second. Oh. What he could have just said.
Of
You're
course.
talking about Ulfril.
Ulfril.
Aye.
If that's the name he's deciding to use right now, then yeah.
Aye. Ulfril Nalhoris. That's his name. He's a drow. He's been here writing some letters every so often. Keeps to himself most. I say I'd be able to got a piece or two of that information.
Alright. Lovely.
I slide him 2. Tell me more. And also another drink if you don't mind.
You see again.
It's been a long week.
Slides into a glass.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, I haven't heard much. He went to prison a week back.
Prison.
Locked in the hell train. No one gets out of the hell train.
What the hell did he do to get up in there? Or what didn't he do? Actually, sounds more like it.
Trust me, if I knew, I'd tell you. He's just one of those unsavory folk.
Do you know anyone that would have more information on him?
Well, does he take visitors? Is there a way to talk through the cell to him?
Oh, you can talk to the cell to him. If you find a way to get in.
I might.
We have we have somebody that might have that kind of expertise of getting into places.
Oh no.
Well, if that be all, any more information I can help you adventurous with?
Yeah, I got a question.
This place located?
Oh yeah, where it's at too will help.
Oh, you can't miss the Hell Train. Great moated fortress, sat in the middle of a little dock. Only way in is by boat. They say they keep all
Alcatraz
manner of
great.
magical creatures there. And the poor people who are housed with them, they're kept in chains in dark, horrid places.
Okay.
What was Leocast gonna say?
I was gonna ask if you had information on that one guy again. I forget his name again.
Our contact or somebody that you're looking for?
Somebody that I'm looking for.
The gray-haired witcher-looking guy.
Seaboy.
Yeah, Sevi.
Oh no, not Balian.
No, oh no, not that guy. Sorry, no,
Can I
the
ask
one that called Leocast by his real name.
Can I ask what you're asking in particular?
Where to find him? Maybe.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
apparently-
probably where to find him.
Look, I'm a bartender
I'll
on
put 10
Coalfort
gold
Place.
on the top on the
Thank you.
counter.
He takes the gold. He'll be somewhere in the upper tier. I can't help you. And he takes the gold, puts it in his pocket.
Okay.
Narrows it down a bit.
What type of magical creatures are in this hell's something?
As you say this, you hear a voice to the left of you. That's Steve. You look. He's got a large mustache just upturned and kind of mutton chops. He looks to be somewhat inebriated in his drink. I heard they got a kraken there.
What?
How am I gonna fit a whole kraken inside there?
You're lying. They can't.
Oh, it's in the waters around it. There he goes.
But it's a moat, not a fucking ocean.
Are there windows?
Could just be a small kraken.
So a squid?
Are any magical creatures housed in this building just being used to protect it or defend it?
Are you asking this to Steve or the bartender?
Kind of just either. Looking between the both of them. Probably not Steve, he seems a little drunk.
The
That's
bartender
the
once
best
again
person to ask, though.
leans relatively close. You see, the Hell Chain is used for all kinds of misfits. Last I heard, they've got one of a circle of 8 hold up there.
Is there any windows in this place?
In the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you mean in the
That's what
tavern
you
or in the prison?
In the prison. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've taken a walk back the docks or two. They've got small iron bars.
That's all I needed to know. I kind of lean towards Maverick. I'm like, think I know a way to get in unnoticed.
I'll have to put some more thought into it. But keep the options open.
I know the perfect way to get in. Oh, I know it. As long as I don't die.
You could
Best
try and
of luck to that.
teleport in.
What? What? No.
Never. I would never do
Why
something.
would I do that?
Why would I do that?
So if we're all quite done here, I'd say finish your drinks, tend to what business you have, and go and continue your traveling. Am I clear?
Crystal.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good. You see, once
How
again
many
brings up a
people are in the
large pipe.
tavern?
Like a handful, like not even like 4 or 5
Yeah, like
people,
probably
it's like
5.
we like doubled the capacity of of this tavern just from us
Right.
alone.
How much is it for a whole round for the tavern?
God,
You're gonna
we've already
get robbed.
overpaid enough. We've
God.
overpaid enough. We're out of here. I'm
How
already
much do you
okay.
have?
Oh God.
I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
How much do you have? I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Just as you open the door to head onto the street, you see Soazek just kind of begin to walk in. He's like, "Oh, are we not getting a drink?"
No, I don't drink.
Second place.
No,
We need to find
I'm a bit sobered up today, actually.
We need to find a quiet place to talk.
What do you mean? This is the heart of 3 men. And as you see as he walks in the door slightly,
I'll grab him by the collar and like drag him out.
yeah, he
Actually,
sees
we
as
probably
he
should
walks
just
in.
leave him there. We probably should just leave him at that place, to be honest.
Who, me?
No, the spice mage at the piss and whistle.
Oh.
Just leave him there.
You see as he walks in, the door closes behind him, and then a second later the door opens and he walks out. He's like, I think I may have gotten that place confused with somewhere else. It is not the place I remember. No. You see as he walks out.
Is that so?
Well then, he's just like, I'm in the wrong place.
Just like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
this is
get
the wrong
stabbed.
tower. No.
It's like, I'm gonna get stabbed. Let's
I
go.
don't think we should take advice from you anymore.
For real.
Shall we find a nicer tavern to pick a corner and chat over our options?
Oh, absolutely. We have the money for it, don't we?
Yes.
I'm not too keen on getting robbed here in the city. So let's find a better place.
Actually, wouldn't mind checking out the shops, actually, now that I have some coins.
I agree. I could do some shopping.
Well, I have to agree as well. I could use a couple more arrows.
May I ask what you're doing first? Tavern or shop? I assume shop.
Whichever's on the way.
To shop.
Free stuff, of course.
And I assume you're heading to the more reputable part of town than this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Are we still going to keep our horses stabled down here?
Yeah.
No, there should be in a nicer part of town.
Are you sure? I think they're fine. Less
The stable looks
maybe.
relatively secure, and there's not much foot traffic here.
It's less traveled.
Joy, what's your intelligence?
16.
Oh wow.
Oh, damn.
Looking at it, the security is the same as what it would be in a stable in a better part of town. It just so happens to be in this miscreant of a place.
Yeah, guys, I really think our horses will be fine here. Let's just leave them here. As long as they don't associate us with the horses, they should be fine.
Okay.
Alright.
Whoever is leading the party to the shops on a party shopping trip, roll me a perception check.
So, guys, I do have to take off.
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Enjoy. See you
Alright,
soon.
have fun.
Bye.
Fun on the trip.
Should we save the shopping for when she's back next week?
I think we will, as you head to the shops.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a perfect time to end it, actually, as you're heading off. And who knows what'll happen there.
Sweet, I'm gonna steal so much stuff.
Yeah, I want to buy some things too. I've got.
Yeah, because Joy's got money now.
We're supposed to buy stuff?
That's what you meant by free.
We do a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, between Leocos and Joy, we might make off with something.
Yeah, I've got pretty
No,
good
you-
sleight of hand.
You know, I think I'm gonna get rid of my armor and go for like a medium armor so I can stealth and be a stealth paladin.
Decent.
A stealthadin.
Stealth it in. Oh my god.
Stuff it in, pretty good.
A stealthadin warlock.
Okay.
That's my
okay.
next level. I'm gonna take a level in rogues.
But next session of the agenda looks to be shopping and looking into perhaps what this Hellchain prison is and infiltrating Alcatraz.
Yeah.
If you are willing to go to that length to talk to your informant. But anyway, that is where we'll end it for tonight. Thank you ever so much for watching, and hope you all have an amazing Valentine's Day, or Singles Day, as I see some people are calling it. And
Or
I'll see you all
Valentine's
next
Day
week.
for those girlfriends.
Yes, there you go. Valentine's Day. And we hope you have an amazing, amazing week, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
See you all Sunday.
Bye.
Goodbye. We're gonna steal so much stuff.
Have the strangest feeling to know what to believe in. Cause every time you touch me, I can't control my body. Oh, baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. It's like we're in a movie. I don't know how you do it. I look into your eyes and everything is different. Baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. Baby, you are on my mind. I can't control my body. Can't control my body. Body, 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 body. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know